Anyway, so we down here to talk about the blogs. I don't know what made me think about that. What made me think about that?
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
I don't even know why I was talking about that. Oh, little boyfriends dating. Oh, my son saying he wanted to go to prom. Yeah, and they're not dating and stuff like that. Yeah, girl, you see how that? You see how one story would just take you on a fucking trip. Okay, so anyways, so let's see what's going on down to the blogs. Girl, I saw a clip of Robyn questioning Chris motherfucking Bassett. I said, this bitch got a lot of nerve. I saw it on Twitter and then I saw it on IG. Like literally asking Chris questions about another woman. Girl, are you serious right now? And Juan is not behind you and you believe everything he says about going to a hotel to pay for a woman and you believe he didn't have sex with a woman, girl, but you over here questioning Chris? And Candace, what's wrong with you? I would have been like, don't question my husband about nothing. Question your own motherfucking husband. What is wrong with Candace? Bitch, I would have cut that off. She wouldn't even been able to finish her sentence. What the fuck? Where's Juan? Ask Juan. Ask Juan every time. Do you see how Karen? I saw the clip of Karen backing Robyn up off of her when she said, so that means you don't know how many people you had sex with? And she said, ask Juan. Every time you say anything to me, bitch, forever, it's going to be ask Juan. Ask your husband. Ask Juan. You over here questioning Chris about, I don't know what, about some pictures? Question Juan. And that's the entitlement that people be talking about when it comes to these women. And I tagged Andy in a tweet this morning and asked him, why the fuck are the two people who are the most mistreated on this show have to explain why they don't check in with the people who abuse them? Mia sitting up there talking about Candace and Wendy didn't call on me. Bitch, you lied on Chris and bitch, you assaulted Wendy. Why the fuck am I going to call you? You done broke up with a man because he doesn't have any more money. You with a new nigga now. And you good, girl. I don't need to check on you. You're fine. And I don't even know if all this shit's going on is real life because you're a pathological liar. So, girl, what? Candy, what's her name? Candace and Wendy. I want to call them Candy because it's Wendy. Candace and Wendy didn't call me. Why would you expect me to? And apparently, G sent them like this scathing text message about Mia, saying all these things. Candace talking about, I don't want to get involved. And then in the same clip, this is Robyn in the same clip. Like when I tell you, that's the reason why I cannot watch that show. Just the clips be sending me, honey. When Wendy said, you assaulted me, Robyn goes, she apologized. Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up. When I tell you, girl, y'all too nice for me. Wendy and Candace playing this bigger person. I'm not gonna let them see me sweat type of shit. No, you gonna see me sweat, bitch. Because I'm gonna be cussing your ass out. You gonna see me sweat. Because I'm gonna be wearing you every single time, especially Robyn. Girl, you got a whole fucking lot of nerve with your aggressive brolic ass. Trying to ask somebody's husband about some pictures. Girl, ask your man. Girl, ask your motherfucking man. And Candace, I'm looking at you crazy because you didn't stop her mid-sentence. Bitch, you'll ask my man a motherfucking thing, bitch. Who the fuck are you talking to? You shut the fuck up. That's how you need to talk to them hoes. Bitch, you shut the fuck up and worry about Juan. Period. You don't say nothing to my husband. Don't you dare. Don't you question him about a motherfucking thing. If you can't question your man like you questioning my man, you shut the fuck up. That's how you wrap that bitch up and sit and shut and get that bob to moving. Ooh. They showed that clip of her getting mad at Katie because Katie said, what, you're not biracial?
I asked you a simple question.
Why do I have to answer any of your questions, Robyn? I don't care.
I want you to understand, what, that you're not biracial. Shut up. You know what? Y'all better get security in for real, because for what? What are you going to do? Shut up.
They've been talking about race since day fucking one. This idea that Wendy and Candace always want to talk about race, they've been talking about race since day one.
I was just really surprised because the two women who have the most European features seem to make the biggest deal of race. When don't preach about being black all the time, they have to preach about it.
Oh, you can't pass for a white woman? I could, but I don't, is what Giselle Bryant said.
Now you maybe could get away with being Caucasian.
I could, but I don't.
Okay,
because
so
I'm proud to say I'm black.
So she's very much aware of what the fuck she's talking about. And so when Candace said with your white looking ass, she knew exactly what she was talking about. She knows because I could, but I don't. I remember for a long time, Giselle on her Instagram, she just had a picture of her eyes. That's what she's leading with. She knows what the fuck is going on. And for people to act like we don't know the history of like a house nigga and a field nigga type of situation where the light-skinned people were outside inside and the dark-skinned people were outside, and act like that wasn't a part of colorism, that wasn't a part of, and this idea, here's another thing I got for everybody who has a hue in their culture, in their heritage, in their lineage. Every single place where there is a color spectrum of people, the illusion of white supremacy, it infects that group of people. Everywhere, listen to me, I'm going to say it again. Everywhere where there is a color spectrum of people, light to dark, the illusion of white superiority or lighter skin infects that group of people, from Indians to Asians to motherfucking Latin people, black people, everywhere. It's infected everyone. So to act like it does not exist in this particular situation where it has been the conversation since day one, that's what the people don't like. And that's what makes the show unenjoyable to watch, because nobody is being honest. And everybody wants to start at the reaction and not at A. Start from the beginning. And then this idea also that these people can treat other people a certain way, but then when somebody reacts to them, now it's the person who had the reaction who has to apologize. I would have never, the word sorry, I apologize, my bad, whatever it is. I was asking my sons, what are different ways to apologize to people? My son hollered from the other room, my bad. My bad. I wouldn't have said nothing to her in an apologetic way. Your dwindling uterus, your white looking ass, your dead ass, colorless ass father. Bitch, I'm chopping down the whole family tree. And I'm not apologizing. I'm taking it to the cemetery, bitch. And you're just going to have to be shocked and confused. Because what you're not going to do is keep fucking with me and me not cuss your ass out. Period. I'm going to back you off of me all the time. Them two bitches on the couch over there, Robyn, girl. I was like, did she just really question Chris? I was like, this is crazy. It's the audacity and the entitlement. Who the fuck do you think you are, honestly and truly?
You know what? You better shut the hell up. I asked you a simple question.
Why do I have to answer any of your questions, Robyn? I don't care.
And Chris and Candace, y'all want to be the motherfucking welcoming committee, always nice to these motherfuckers who don't fuck with you. We've been on Chris since day one about him being friendly with women who don't like his wife. And the reason why we kept warning you about it is sitting right across from you now and accused you of some shit. Now you know. You should have listened. Starts trying to be the welcoming committee, handing everybody drinks as they walk in the door. Fuck that bitch. She don't like your wife. You invited this hoe into your house, and you invited Ashley into your house. Y'all niggas is crazy. And that woman does not like you. And this thing where Candace acts like she needs to be liked by people, Miss Congeniality, fuck that shit. Throw it out the window. As soon as Robyn opened her mouth directed towards my motherfucking man, bitch, I would have laid her out. She would have never said nothing to me. She would have had to clutch her pearls at what came out of my motherfucking mouth, ho. It would have been crazy. They would have. You think I'm a disaster on Twitter? I'm a disaster in your face, ho. Period. Girl, what? Oh, girl, I couldn't believe it. I was like, the audacity of this bitch. And Candace not say anything, but you wouldn't be able to say a word. The first syllable came out your mouth directed towards my motherfucking man. Bitch, hold on. I'm sorry. You need to shut the fuck up. Don't you say nothing to me unless your nigga is behind you, unless you asking him the same questions about that bitch that was in his hotel room. I bring it up every single time. I don't care if she acts like, look at me, hold me accountable. Girl, don't nobody care about that. All that deflection, like you trying to scare off wild boars. Girl, don't nobody care about that. Robyn and Giselle with her fucking line. I was not in the hotel room. Bitch, you are lying. That's why you're talking like that. To ensure that you speak clearly, because bitch, you're lying. Candace, girl, I'm glad you left that show. I'm glad you left, because the performance that you was giving tonight, like you don't care. No, if I know in my head I'm about to leave the show, I'm gonna make these bitches clutch they fucking pearls. Do you hear me? Everything, bitch. Don't say nothing to me, and you still over there with your white looking ass. Now what? See, the pageant shit got Candace fucked up. She be on her pageant shit, trying to be no. I'm gonna be a disaster in your fucking face, bitch. Don't you say nothing to Chris. And Chris, why are you answering her? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not answering you. I would have looked at, girl, and the pictures, I would have looked at Robyn and went like this. Where's Juan? What's the next question, Andy? Girl, don't ever. The exact way that Karen backs Robyn off of her is exactly. Take some notes. Ask Juan. Thank you. Any commentary she had on anything, any opinion she had on anything. Girl, go ask Juan. Don't worry about nothing that's going over on this conversation. Go ask your man why he paid for a woman's hotel room. Go ask him that. Girl. You want my man's shit to be true because your shit is true. And we have facts and evidence and a motherfucking interview, bitch. So, and then you went on your podcast and said you believed the woman who lied on him. And then Giselle lied and said they only talked about Chris one time. How's that? When the story came out about the woman, y'all was on your motherfucking weak ass, mediocre ass podcast talking about the woman, that you believe the woman. But you don't believe, and you also believe Juan didn't get no pussy that day in the middle of the day, down to the laundromat with a woman who looks like Karen's daughter. She looked more like Karen's daughter than Raven looked like Karen's daughter. She was right on the money, bitch. He be running around town with a bitch that looked like me. Go look at that lady, down to the mole on her face, looking like Karen. Karen got some tea on Juan, you best believe it. And then he don't show up. He opted out, and I believe him. It doesn't mean he doesn't support me. That's exactly what it means, bitch. That's exactly what it means. And he never shows up. And you look like a clown because you are sitting here taking bullets, bah, 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 for this man who disrespects you. He's been disrespecting you for decades. You're the dummy. The dummy. You couldn't say a motherfucking thing to me. And here's this video here. Let me play this video here.
Watch the podcast.